Now he knelt and took aim at the swaying head that was rising above the dwarf. The sound of the shot was deafening. Its backbone drilled just beneath the skull, the snake dropped upon Gunnar, burying him beneath its writhing folds. Then Gunnar was loosed and rushing to the boat. Above them, the cliff was groaning as though it were tired of hanging there. "Hurry, Norse King, hurry! The rocks tremble!" The snake's writhing tail still lay athwart the boat. Gunnar swung his sword and severed it. It slid into the water and something that was mostly triangular teeth and mouth hit the water and seized it. Then it was gone, leaving a fading trail of froth and blood. The boat was half full of water. Gunnar climbed in and Odin came right behind him. Gunnar straggled with the controls. The boat sputtered, moved, and then stopped. Odin was staring at the cliff above them. A huge layer of stone was cracking and leaning outward. The boat came to life. Gunnar swung it crazily through the rock-strewn water. Looking back, Jack Odin watched the cliff coming down. Slowly, as though in a dream, the cracks grew larger, and then with a roar of pain the rocks parted and one huge section of the wall leaned outward, tore itself loose, and came at them like a waterfall of rumbling stones. The rocks fell just a few feet short of the fleeing, sputtering boat. The huge wave that followed the settling of thousands of tons of stone into the water swiftly picked them up and hurled them through one of the gaps in the seawall. Long after, while Odin was bailing water from the boat and Gunnar was fiddling with the motor that had conked out again, the dwarf looked back at the cliff. It was a shadowy now. Dust was still rising as it shook loose an occasional crumbling ledge. "And, Norse King, we fight again," the squat man laughed. "You saved Gunnar's life once more. And you almost killed him, too." He paused to wipe sweat from his dripping face. Odin grinned back at him. Then, without another word, he took up the expensive rifle and let it slip overboard. The ammunition that had cost him so much trouble and pain as he lugged it all the way to Opal followed afterward. He watched the copper shells as they gleamed like a school of minnows and plunged out of sight. "There, Gunnar. I have nothing left to fight with but my hands." "Good riddance to that thing," Gunnar smiled. "I will make you a blade that will slice through an anvil." The motor coughed, sputtered, and began to purr. The boat churned a wide arc in the water as Gunnar turned it and headed toward the tower, which now loomed far ahead like a beacon. End of chapter 4.